Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. All right, so now we just started independent news network. You guys have been
Hmm.
around for a while this year, so everybody's basically more or less kind of very newish on the scene. What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think? Like we can all do. Like you said, we're like separate. You know, we got our own separate things, but then we come together at the family reunion and get together. And like, what do you think we all can do? Because there's not just us. Like I said, there's me, Casa, Su Casa. You got the Chicago guys and gals out of Hard Lens Media. They're always down for a scrup. You know, a scrap and I was trying to say a scrum and a scrap, and I said a scrup. So I just made up a word. But I mean, what do you think we can go from here in order to like I don't know, educate the masses and like what kind of collaborations do you see?
So as far as you know, different educating and coming together, as long as we keep doing what we're doing and speaking on the issues, you know, it will cause us to have growth. But one of the things that I think is unique to us on the new left is that we do a lot of what we call cross pollination, and that is like we're doing it right now. I'm coming on your show. You know, I have you on my show, and you know, we continue to do this. For a great example was the General Strike Summit. We had many people from the new left that came onto the General Strike Summit, and they were able to see us on there, and then we go on their shows, and then we become a community. Because if you look at what I like to call the legacy left, you didn't see that, and if you did see it, it was very rare.
Mm-hmm.
Or you had to go to a venue and pay money for tickets just to go see them.
Uh huh.
Um, yeah, you know, so you know, you had things like that. So uh, this is one of the things that I think that we should continue to do, and it is a way for us to continue to display solidarity to one another
Right.
and to have that community so that it inspires others across our audience to do the same outside of their bubbles.
Right.
So this is something I think that we do very well, and I think we should continue to do. And I think that it's amazing that you and the Indie News Network now are also doing that as well. And there should be a camaraderie and a partnership between all of us to continue to just push that narrative of community, because that's ultimately what it's about. Because there's too much individualistic mindsets and separation that takes place even in this space. Mm-hmm. So I think that's one of the things we just need to just keep doing what we're doing, honestly.
I like what you said earlier when you were talking about like how people have their strengths, and you play to the strengths of what people do. Like not everybody does the same things. Like everybody has their own unique talents that they bring to the table in order. Because like with me, I'm an old news guy. I was like I was in radio, but I was also in local TV news down south for about 12 years, and and I studied communications. I studied how propaganda works and how people can be manipulated in advertising. And you take that same technique and you just apply it to politics. It's you're selling stuff, right? In either case. So so what I like to do is like you said, like have people on the show that are very interesting. Like on this particular show, this also gives you an opportunity to just do and say things that you don't normally do on your own shows or on other people's shows, because you're talking about serious topics, right? I mean, we're talking about serious topics too, but for the most part, this show is just to allow people to show other sides of themselves to people, because like
Yeah.
if you can tell people information till you're blue in the face, but if they don't trust you, they don't think like, you know, they don't really know what kind of person you are, they'll go in one ear and just come out the other, right? So
Yeah.
I always tell people, like, if you can't help out financially, like with like, you know, mutual aid or that sort of thing, like, share, subscribe to everybody's shows, not just on YouTube, because this is a dying platform, obviously, with all the censorship. But you have Rockfin out there, you have Odyssey, you have Rumble. I'm on Odyssey and Rumble too, just in case this show goes man boobs up, and because you know, as I mean this channel, because I think we're going to get into some topics as a show that's probably, the more and more censorship comes along, and that's going to affect everybody else too, right? So
It will.
You know, what I was talking about earlier in the show, like how we need to, like, if we want to get more people into the space and on shows and stuff like that, to, you know, to bring in their information, we need to teach them the technologies and stuff like that. I have a little bit of that kind of talent, so I can help people with that. You know, like people who are doing like direct actions and stuff like that have been out, you know, doing that forever. I say, you know, go with their strengths. You know, I'll help in any way I can, but that's not really my wheelhouse. And I would rather, you know, take my talents and use them to the maximum benefit, you know, in ways that are appropriate. You know what I mean? So, and that's where the communication comes in. We find out about each other. We found out what we can do, what we can't do, that sort of thing. And if we do have some limitations, how, you know, as a community, as a fam, we can overcome those limitations. So, you know, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's about cooperation and collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
You know, capitalism breeds competition, but the thing is that competition sometimes isn't the best way to move forward, and especially in a progressive society. You know, newsflash: I'm a socialist, so I believe in cooperation, collaboration, and so because of that, then that means that we can actually advance even better, because we're putting our minds together and we're putting our abilities together in order to push for something better. So I think, yeah, I mean, you know, I echo everything you just said, and, you know, it was really great, you know, to hear. You know, it's just that, you know, we're putting something out there that's never truly been done before. And look, you're also involving people and making it into an interactive, you know, experience, because gone are the days are when we talked at people and now we're talking with people. And so that's just something that it's thrilling, to be honest with you, to see what we're doing now in this space as well.